In the heart of the North Atlantic Ocean, a fog-covered vessel known as the Siren's Wail drifted ominously. Its rusted hull and tattered sails betrayed a gruesome past, a whaling ship lost to time and tragedy. A group of thrill-seekers, drawn to the legends of ghostly apparitions, set out on a daring expedition to uncover the truth. As they boarded the decaying ship, their excitement overcame their rationality. The crew soon succumbed to the eerie allure of the Siren's Wail. Inside the ship's cabin, they discovered a diary, its pages filled with the tormented scribblings of a long-dead sailor. The entries spoke of relentless creaking sounds echoing through the ship at night, as if the very wood of the vessel groaned in pain. The crew members, however, dismissed it as the product of an overactive imagination. One fateful night, as the moon cast ghostly shadows across the ship, the thrill-seekers heard malicious whispers from the darkest corners. Whispers that spoke of lost souls condemned to an eternity at sea, seeking revenge against the living. Panic spread like wildfire, but it was too late. As the clock struck midnight, the spectral crew of the Siren's Wail revealed themselves. Their ghastly forms, twisted and tormented, surged forward with malicious intent. The thrill-seekers, frozen with fear, watched helplessly as the ghosts of the whalers dragged them into the cold, unforgiving depths of the ocean, where their own souls would join the cursed crew of the Siren's Wail. As I stared at the hulking silhouette of the Siren's Wail through the thick, enveloping fog, a shiver ran down my spine. The legends whispered in the ports told of a ghostly vessel, a whaling ship lost to time and tragedy, and I, along with my fellow thrill-seekers, had decided to explore it. Our curiosity had overridden our rationality, leading us to this desolate place. With each step that brought us closer to the decrepit ship, the excitement in the group was palpable. The stories of ghostly apparitions and eerie happenings had lured us here, like moths drawn to a flickering flame. We climbed aboard the Siren's Wail, our footsteps echoing in the oppressive silence that surrounded us. Inside the ship's cabin, I couldn't help but feel a sense of foreboding. The air was thick with the scent of decay, and the wooden floor beneath our feet emitted unsettling creaking sounds, as if the very wood of the vessel was groaning in pain. I exchanged nervous glances with my companions, but our shared fascination with the macabre urged us to press on. It was on a moonless night, with the fog as thick as a funeral shroud, that the Siren's Wail revealed its darkest secrets. Malicious whispers began to fill the cabin, emerging from the shadows like venomous serpents. The whispers spoke of lost souls, condemned to an eternity at sea, seeking revenge against the living. The panic that gripped our group was like a contagious disease, spreading with rapid intensity. But it was too late to turn back. As the clock struck midnight, the spectral crew of the Siren's Wail manifested before us, their ghastly forms twisted and tormented. Frozen with fear, we watched helplessly as the ghosts of the whalers closed in, their eyes filled with malevolence. They reached out with skeletal hands, their fingers like icy tendrils, and one by one, my fellow thrill-seekers were dragged into the cold, unforgiving depths of the ocean. I could do nothing but stand there, paralyzed by terror, as their anguished screams echoed in my ears. The Siren's Wail had claimed them, and their souls would join the cursed crew in their eternal torment. The Eternal Voyage, an opulent ocean liner from a bygone era, had vanished without a trace during its maiden voyage in 1935. Decades later, ghost hunters, lured by tales of the ship's mysterious disappearance, embarked on a perilous journey to discover its fate. As they explored the derelict vessel, curiosity got the better of them, leading them deeper into its haunted corridors. In the ship's cabin, the ghost hunters felt an unsettling sensation as they encountered creaking sounds emanating from the very timbers of the ship. It was as if the Eternal Voyage itself mourned its forsaken fate. Soon, they began hearing malicious whispers carried on the ocean breeze. These whispers spoke of a doomed love affair between two passengers, torn apart by jealousy and betrayal, their restless spirits now bound to the ship. One by one, the ghost hunters fell victim to the vengeful ghosts of the Eternal Voyage. The ghosts, their faces twisted with anguish, reenacted the tragic love story with a nightmarish intensity. Those who had dared to board the cursed ship were forced to witness the horrors of the past, unable to escape. As the last ghost hunter succumbed to the relentless torment, the Eternal Voyage continued its lonely, spectral journey across the ocean, its ghostly passengers forever condemned to relive their tragic tale of love and despair. The legend of the Eternal Voyage had haunted my dreams for as long as I could remember. An opulent ocean liner from a bygone era, it had vanished without a trace during its maiden voyage in 1935. Decades later, I, along with a group of friends, embarked on a perilous journey to uncover its fate, my curiosity overriding any rationality I possessed. Stepping onto the derelict vessel, the grandeur of its past was undeniable, even in its state of decay. My friends and I couldn't help but be drawn deeper into the ship's haunted corridors. Inside the ship's cabin, a creeping unease settled over us as we heard the unsettling creaking sounds emanating from the very timbers of the ship. It was as if the Eternal Voyage itself mourned its forsaken fate. As we explored further, malicious whispers began to fill the air. The whispers told of a doomed love affair between two passengers, torn apart by jealousy and betrayal, their restless spirits now bound to the ship. The cabin walls seemed to absorb their tragic story, and I couldn't help but feel the weight of their anguish. One by one, my friends succumbed to the vengeful ghosts of the Eternal Voyage. The spirits, their faces twisted with anguish, reenacted the tragic love story with nightmarish intensity. We were forced to witness the horrors of the past, unable to escape the relentless torment that played out before our eyes. As the last of us fell victim to the spectral onslaught, the Eternal Voyage continued its lonely, spectral journey across the ocean, its ghostly passengers forever condemned to relive their tragic tale of love and despair, left me with the haunting knowledge of their fate, a knowledge that would haunt me for the rest of my days. Off the coast of a remote Caribbean island, the legend of the Shadow's Revenge haunted the dreams of locals. A phantom pirate ship said to be crewed by vengeful spirits, the Shadow's Revenge had been lost to a violent storm centuries ago. A group of thrill-seekers, driven by their insatiable curiosity, set sail to find the elusive shipwreck. As they stepped onto the decaying deck of the ghostly vessel, rational thinking gave way to reckless adventure. Inside the ship's cabin, they encountered an unsettling silence broken only by the eerie creaking sounds of the ship. Their anxiety grew as they felt an oppressive presence pressing down on them. Malicious whispers filled the air, warning them to leave, but their obsession with the phantom pirate ship held them in its grip. In the dead of night, the vengeful spirits of the Shadow's Revenge rose from the depths of the ship. Their skeletal figures draped in tattered pirate garb surrounded them. The ghosts, their voices echoing with hatred, revealed their tragic fate, betrayed by their own captain and left to drown in the treacherous waters. As the spirits closed in, the group realized the true horror of their situation. Their curiosity had led them to a watery grave as they were dragged beneath the waves, their souls now bound to the Shadow's Revenge, doomed to relive their ill-fated voyage for all eternity. The legend of the Shadow's Revenge had always held a sinister allure. The tale of a phantom pirate ship, crewed by vengeful spirits, had been passed down through generations. Thrill-seekers like me couldn't resist the call of the story, and we set sail to uncover the truth. As I gazed upon the ghostly silhouette of the Shadow's Revenge, my heart raced with a mix of excitement and trepidation. Rational thinking had been abandoned in favor of reckless adventure, and I, along with my companions, boarded the spectral vessel. Inside the ship's cabin, an unsettling silence enveloped us, broken only by the eerie creaking sounds that seemed to emanate from the very timbers of the ship. It was as if the shadow's revenge itself mourned its cursed existence. The oppressive atmosphere weighed on us, but our curiosity urged us to push forward. As night fell and the moon shrouded itself in clouds, malicious whispers began to permeate the air. The whispers spoke of a tragic betrayal, of a mutiny that had led to the ship's doom, and the spirits of the betrayed pirates now sought revenge. The warnings to leave were clear, but our obsession with the phantom pirate ship held us in its grip. In the darkness, the vengeful spirits of the Shadow's revenge materialized before us. Their skeletal forms, draped in tattered pirate garb, surrounded our group. Their voices echoed with hatred as they revealed their tragic fate, betrayed by their own captain and left to drown in the treacherous waters. I watched in horror as my companions were slowly engulfed by the vengeful apparitions. The spirits closed in, their spectral fingers like icy tendrils, and one by one, they were dragged beneath the waves. The ocean swallowed their screams, leaving only a chilling silence in its wake. As I stood there, the last survivor, I realized the true horror of our situation. Our curiosity had led us to a watery grave, and now our souls were bound to the Shadow's revenge, forever doomed.